An exciting confrontation between a Mongolian spearman and a barbarian brute. Welcome everybody to Dratnos' Civ 5 Gods and Kings Let's Play. Done early on with a bit of a presenter style voice there, and then now back to my regular voice. Well, not regular voice. My regular presenting voice. Anyways, looks like we're gonna win this one. Spoiler alert. That's how this one's gonna go down. And we've met.
Приветствую тебя, незнакомец. Если твой ум и такт сравнимы с твоей привлекательностью, мы замечательно поладим.
I have no idea what that means, but we've met Russia, Lady Catherine of Russia, and she starts out friendly, which is a good sign. I have no idea where we've met. Okay, there's a Russian warrior there, so maybe there's a big continent down that way, or maybe they're just all exploring from over there. Anyways, more barbarians come and reinforce their other dudes here. They're gonna have to... Okay, so if they come at us now, they're gonna attack over a river. If we attack here and get hurt on strength, I think we can still survive another attack. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a very aggressive play here. Attack, and now if they attack us over a river, I think we still probably win that fight, and we can always back up if that's gonna be an issue. Oh.
The meek shall inherit the earth, but not its mineral rights.
Aha! How witty. So, they didn't attack us, obviously. They are on a hill themselves, and by attacking over a river and their terrain modifier for being on a hill, we would be taking a 45% reduction in our theoretical attackness there. So we're going to go ahead and fortify up here and see if we can't bait them into attacking us at some point. Barbarian encampment has been discovered near Sidon, and they've also targeted it, which means they want it killed, and if they do, they'll reward whoever does it. Unfortunately, we don't really have military near here, and we're actually going to go with a settler. And actually, that's very, very risky, given how many barbarians are around to have a settler, which is unprotected. We could very easily be owned by some barbarians. They just capture him, and we'd be very sad. So we'll have to be careful with moving our settler around. Maybe we'll get some warriors or something down there. Maybe we'll bring our spearmen back down to escort him. Anyways, let's take a look. We finished learning mining. We could get masonry going. Get ourselves able to produce walls in the pyramids. Bronze working to get us our spearmen. We actually got that before we learned how, because we found it in some ancient ruins. Or we could go... This is kind of a more passive-y, learning-y road, which is often a good idea for early growth. Or we could go trapping. Get ourselves a circuit circus, rather, and camps, and that'll help lead to horseback riding. I think the wheel makes a lot of sense here, though. Chariot archer is going to be good if we can get ourselves some horses. Watermill's also good. Our capital is built next to a river, so that sounds good. And roads are great, especially for large empires. So let's go ahead and start with the wheel. Okay. So the enemy is certainly not pushing their attack here. If they leave that square, I'm going to follow them. Okay. Well, obviously they've moved here to a equally defensible square. I guess our action could be to move up here, but then they could just move that way and we'd be chasing them around. So let's see what he does here. Let's see which way he walks, if he walks out of that square, for example. Is he gonna... What's he gonna do? Oh! Alright, he's just crossed into a very much easier place to attack now. We're not attacking over hills. We are attacking onto open terrain. And we're not attacking over a river. So that's all great, especially because we promoted our people to be very good at attacking on open terrain. So this is gonna work out very well for us and very badly for these barbarians. Ooh. Alright, again, there's some element of randomness there, but I imagine that was probably about an average outcome there. 14 damage on our side, 44 on their side. That was great. Great attack. And now he's running. Alright, too bad. We will run you down with our spears. And pointy sticks. There we go. I guess spears are pointy sticks. We sustained 14 damage, and we did the remaining 56. So that went well. Oh, and there's some archers from the good old Ottoman Empire. Hello. So our choice here, our settler's going to be done in 4 turns. We could make it back there in 15, which is not great. Or we could start building a new military unit there. Let's go ahead and look into production times, because I don't think we want our settler moving out by himself. Barbarians can take non-combat units without a fight. So, let's go ahead and take a look at our production here. A warrior takes 17 turns. That's more turns, and it's weaker. Or we could start going with archer. Can we actually purchase either of those? We could just purchase a warrior or an archer. I don't see why we don't... Okay, we'll just do that. We'll purchase with our gold. We'll just we'll buy ourselves some military. And then we can keep our unit this way, doing his stuff, without having to pull him back and stop exploring. because there still might be some ancient ruins to be found, and there are definitely barbarians to bring justice to. Right. Looks like a border of a city-state there, you can see. The dotted line there, that indicates there's going to be a city-state bro there. So we'll go ahead and say hi to them. Not with pointy sticks. Antwerp. City-state. Also, for those of you familiar with the real world, a city in Belgium. And they give us a gift of 15 gold, so we're not the first civ they met, because city-states give 30 gold to the first state they meet. They are a mercantile and irrational city-state, so it's random. It has some gems, some porcelain, and mercantile means that if we befriend them, they'll give us extra happiness and give us some luxury resources. Again, not a huge deal, not worth really befriending. As the Mongols, we do more damage to city-states, so it's worth considering that any city-state is probably open ground for us to attack once we get to our horse nuke unit, which is kind of my long-term plan here, is to get up to horses, or my shorter-term plan. Okay, you'll notice it's giving us little, I recommend you build a city here things. Now, if I walk that way... Okay, first off, let's go ahead and buy ourselves an escort. Purchase. And we'll purchase a archer, because archers are great defensive units, and we'll probably want to have him stay near our empire. And now let's choose our production, actually. Shrine would give us some faith going on, or we could start going with another settler, or we could even just start manufacturing military units. I don't know here. This is a tough choice. I don't know whether a shrine is worth it. I don't know what... like, faith obviously had some cool choices, but we need 600 to get our next chance at a great profit. There's still 7 religions that can be founded. I don't know how faith works, but let's go ahead and figure out how it does. That sounds like fun. Alright, so our choices are to move up here, where it recommends building a city. Or we could move towards horses. There's some horses there. We can see what's over that way. So let's go ahead and actually start moving that way. We'll maybe build up on one of those hills. Okay, I was right, definitely about... Well, probably right about this being from this landmass here. It's all one landmass, and there's just this kind of... bay here. It's always the early game of this game is very fun, trying to figure out what exactly is going on around you. Okay, our archer is moving out, staying quite close to our settler. Ooh, some more horses, and is that silver? No, it's salt. Okay, derp. Is that silver? All right, we'll move one step at a time here, so we don't get surprised by there being any barbarians. Again, barbarians can usually move 2 moves in 1 turn, so we're safe here from pretty much every side. And we'll go ahead and just keep him moving now at the same pace. But yeah, alright, we'll build up there. I'm actually just going to have him wait a turn, because I'd rather not have him... He could be ambushed if he gets far ahead, theoretically, and that's not something I'd rather bother with. Alright, we found the end of this little peninsula here. There's probably more up past Antwerp. Now, you can walk through city-states without causing them to declare war, but they'll get mad at you. You'll lose influence with them. To be honest, I don't really care about losing 5 or 10 influence with Antwerp. It'll come back. So we'll go ahead and move through their territory. Alright, let's get the settler going. Up we go. Our archers, very good at being... Our archers are great if they're the ones that are being attacked. They're less great if they're the ones doing the attacking. Ooh, Sidon is under attack from barbarians. Cool. Alright, let's keep on moving up here. And we'll move this guy back around here. We've lost a few turns. Enemy... Or the Antwerp doesn't have anything super defensive, but again, cities can attack. So if I chose to attack them, I would lose this spearman. Now, a hill is an interesting place to try. Let's go ahead and scout a little bit with our archer. Alright, let's keep moving. Maybe there's a better... Maybe that hill's got some good stuff around it. Oh my goodness, I'm in their territory. Alright, let's just keep... Whatever. I'll probably lose some favor with them. Yep, they're getting angry. I'm trespassing. Ruh-roh. Just passing through. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Alright. Archer. Ooh, there's some wine there. Yeah, that looks like a good spot to build a city on that that hill there, maybe. We'll look into that. We've also got the river going next to us. Oh, we're still trespassing. My golden age has ended. Yeah, you can see the influence bar is moving towards anger. If it gets much past there, I think they might declare war on us. So let's go ahead and... Yeah, alright, we're out of their territory. You can stop complaining. We left. Jeez. Oh, hello. Good thing I brought my dudes with me. Because if I just walked here... Actually, they wouldn't have been able to charge me in 1 turn, luckily. Oh, they might have. Yeah, they could have gone 1-2. So that's good. If I just brought my settler there, and I'd moved him up onto that hill, these barbarians would have gone boom boom and captured him. But luckily, I have my archers with me. They're not gonna try anything. Oh, hello. let's go ahead and build this city. And the joy is that even right when you build a city, you can start bombarding people. I'm going to go ahead and bombard down there. And, let's see, construction. Let's go ahead and get a granary going. We'll try and get some growth spurred in this city. Now, I'm not confident actually moving these guys off of the city at this point, because I'd rather not have it start coming under assault, and they're on a hill and everything, so they're great. We'll just go ahead and alert him. Or not alert him. We'll fortify him for now. Fortifying remains inactive until I give it some new orders and gets a defensive bonus. Alright, here we're going to say fortified until healed, the H key, which is you get the defensive bonus, and then it'll wake them up automatically when they're fully healed. And so we'll not focus on that until we have to again. Alright, enemies spotted in our territory. We don't have anything actually built here, so we can't lose much. And if we attack with the archer here, we'll probably get him killed. More or less. Down he goes. Bombarded and destroyed. And we don't even have to leave the square. That's pretty good. Ranged attacks work like that. Very good. Alright, now let's start bombarding this encampment. It's going to be worth killing. Again, cities are quite tough. They can't go down with one hit, so I'm not too worried about leaving it undefended. Settlers are a different story. So we're going to actually cross now. If they want to attack us, they can. But I'd rather when I... Oh, actually, since I'm the ranged attacker here, I should probably have been on the other side of the river. So that was a derp on my part. Not a huge derp, though. Whatever. And I'm a little bit worried about these spearmen stealing the kill here, so I'm actually going to move back across here. Our city's just gone ahead and got himself a new citizen. If you're on harder difficulties, it can sometimes be worth manually assigning them, but at this point, I'd rather not go through all that kind of time. I'll just let them automatically figure out what they're going to do. Okay, let's get another bombard off here. And I can do another ranged attack, and they cannot fight back. Alright, now, because that was a ranged attack again, we don't move onto their square, but I'm not too worried about these guys. They can't come back and take it in one move and get the gold bonus from the encampment. Although it looks like they're going to try, but he can't do it in one move, so it's not a big problem. Unless there are more of them hidden behind the cloud, in which case, well played. Nope. Alright, we got the gold. Silly Suleiman, trying to take my gold. And he walks off again. I wonder what's up there. I wonder if there's anything important. I doubt it. Maybe they've got a city up there. No. No, they don't. No. I'm going to return. Actually, let's go on a quick scouting mission. See if we can't figure out what's up there.
Как тебе понравится,
Alright.
если я предложу...
Lady Catherine of Russia wants to have a declaration of friendship? Sure. Why not? I don't see why not. I don't know which civs are mad at each other. I could figure out, but to be honest, they'll start telling me when they're mad at each other. Actually, let's talk to Berlin and see what they're thinking. Alright, yeah, they're not mad at me that I declared friendship with Russia as well, so they don't care. Right. Alright, we've built a shrine here as well. So now we can start going with another settler. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let's start getting some people going. Let's get ourselves an early expanding big empire. Got a lot of space here, and a lot of it is fairly good space to take. So may as well. Alright, we're healed up to full. Let's go ahead and dispense some justice. Alright, maybe we'll even gain some influence with these guys. You'll notice we're actually getting closer to 0. Influence with city-states, like, has a set point of 0, usually. Unless you change that somehow. And then it doesn't actually get farther away from it. Like, it won't... even if you get down or up from there, it'll slowly revert back to there. So if you actually are trying to curry favor with cities, you have to keep giving them stuff, because it'll naturally revert back to the middle. But if they're angry at you, they'll also be less angry with you over time. Alright, hopefully they won't be too mad about me trespassing in their territory, given that I'm killing a barbarian. Yeah, you'll notice that that barbarian killed near Antwerp. That actually gave us some influence. Now, we're going to lose influence for trespassing, of course, which is kind of annoying, but we're going to be back down to true 0. Oh, maybe not. Hang on. Okay, I guess they give you the benefit of the doubt if you killed a barbarian. That's nice. Let's hop on out of there. I think our city is probably fairly well defended at this point, but we're going to have a new settler soon, so I'm not going to bring our archer too far afield. Maybe we'll have him explore down that way a little bit and then head back over here. Let's do that. Declaration of friendship with Germany has run its course and needs to be renewed if I care. I don't care. If he asks, I'll say yes, but otherwise, I won't bother. Alright, minor victory here, and then we'd be in a fairly weak spot, especially if there are more dudes up there. Let's go ahead and fortify up until healed again. Next turn. Let's see what's happening here. Whew, civilization's doing fairly well here. Pop on down across this river. Alright, nothing too exciting down here. Nothing super duper ridiculous. I could always hit F10, which would give us strategic view as well. of this delightful game here. This is strategic view, yes. And I could be like, attack, or not attack, in super strategic view. Or I could go back to our good old normal game view, which is slightly less, like, min-max optimized, or whatever, but is much more fun to work in my humble opinion. There are also, let me go through a few of the gameplay options. You can actually have them, you can change how your automated workers behave. You could get rid of these reward pop-ups. You could also get rid of the recommendations. You could have civilian units, you can have it display more information, basically. You can also get rid of some basic tooltip help. Map info delay is the number of seconds before the map view tooltip appears. I don't really know what that means, but okay. I guess I probably know what that means, but... Interface options. There are a few different things you can do. You can have it to skip playing the intro video when you fire up the game. If you don't know about that, that's a very good one, because that intro video can be quite annoying. Although it used to be much more annoying, because you used to not be able to like hit escape to get through in Civilization 5, not Gods and Kings. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all the super options stuff, option-y shaped things. All right, let's go ahead and pop on down here. We've got another 23 turns before our new settlers are ready, and then we'll pop back over towards Karakorum.
Wisdom and virtue are like the two wheels of a cart.
Sounds good. All right, we've got ourselves... We can make chariot archers now. Now if we have horses. Of course, we don't quite have horses quite yet. Although our worker looks like he's going over there to start working them. Good choice, worker. Well done. And let's take a look at our research here. So let's open up the tech tree again so we can be a bit more planning. We can go into mathematics. Start getting ourselves towards the catapult. Again, that takes more turns than any of these choices. Bronze working is an interesting choice. It'll start letting us chop jungles. And also train us how to build a spearman. Again, spearman not too useful for us right now. I mean, it's not that important. Masonry lets us build walls and get marshes. Also not too important. We could start going up here in the kind of theological approach. Or we could neglect that. I think if I was going with more of like a rush commitment to winning big early with Keshiks, I'd ignore the top tier. But for now, I'm gonna take trapping, and then I'll probably take some of that after I get to horseback riding. That seems like a fair choice. Trapping only because I need that for horseback riding. Right. Let's do this. Another turn. Notice it's starting to take a little bit longer to pass between each turn. Nothing too big. It gets pretty big later, and I might drop some settings as we get later into this game, just so that it takes less ridiculously long. Alright. Let's get this attack going here. We're at full health. There's an argument for always taking the one, when promoting your unit, to give them the one that fights in cover, because against barbarians you'll almost always win in open ground, and it helps in cover. I think there's some merit to that, but also I like getting fights in open ground over with quickly, especially because their encampments are often in open ground as well, like here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get a ranged attack done on these guys. Scoot on down here, and then fires the missiles. Oh, and they are fortified. Alright, they're probably going to bombard us next turn. Let's charge in here again, even though we took a little bit more damage last time. Alright, this is getting very close, actually. We are at 43 hit points. Barbarian Brute here is at 40 hit points. So we're just barely going to eke out ahead here. It might be worth fortifying until healed, but I don't know. Let's do it. All right, that's gonna be us. We got a fairly lucky roll there, I guess, or we were a bit ahead, so that was fine. And down goes some of the enemy archers there. Wow, it looks like they're not even bombarding us back. That's an interesting choice there. Obviously, very smart archers. They're just taking arrows to the face or to the knee or whatever, and not caring. All right, down he goes. Great. And next turn we can actually take over that encampment. You can actually queue up your moves between turns, and they'll execute those automatically when you end that turn. So like if I do this, he'll move there immediately to this one spot, and then next turn when I hit end turn, if I haven't given him overriding instructions, he'll move to the 2. And he'll start doing that at the end of every turn, according to the route you set him. Alright. Oh, that was close. We're down to 1 dude here. We took 21 damage destroying that brute, and we are at, hang on, is that 1 hit point? 1 out of 100 hit points, ladies and gentlemen. but our guy is alive. And we actually gained some influence with Antwerp, and we are now frenzies. Awesome. Let's see. If I pledge to protect them, our influence with... Our resting point of influence is increased up to there. Hey, I'm allowed to freely pass through their borders now. Nice. I can ask them for a tribute, which will decrease my influence with them. But they don't fear my military, so they're going to resist tribute demands. Our influence is going to drop by 0.67 until it rests at 0. Alright. I guess I could give them a gift and try and get to allies, and then get some extra benefits from that. But to be honest, at this point, I don't really need too much extra happiness. I guess I kind of do, maybe. Huh. We'll consider that later. Hey, there's gold. That's certainly not salt. Alright, looks good. Maybe I can just slay some more barbarians near him, and they'll be happy again. Or happier. Hey, and our guys... Oh no, our archer got promoted. Okay, well done. Archers have different names for basically the same early promotions. We could go better accuracy in open terrain, or we could get the ability to barrage them better in rough terrain. I'm going to go ahead and take rough terrain with this unit. And we'll just plop on through there, destroy that horrible encampment. And move along down here, just check to make sure there's nothing menacing off the coast there. And we'll take 10 full turns to recover up to 100 HP with our 1 health spearman. What a hero. What a boss. He gains 10 full hit points and doesn't even get a new dude with him. He must have been so heavily injured. I have no idea how units can just sit there. I guess they, like... There's, like, a small village or something there that they're repopulating with, or I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know how you just fortify somewhere and then, over the years, gain more people. Because there's not actually a city up there, so they can't, like, be drawing people from that. Oh, barbarian shippy. That ship is probably... Okay, that's a galley. Now, galleys can bombard, if I'm correct here, which means it might not be best to stay on this hill, but it doesn't look like he's chosen to. However, just to be safe, I'm going to hop off the hill there. I don't think he can see me if I'm in this forest, because there's hills everywhere surrounding us. Cool. Oh, galley's moved up. We can see... Okay, how can we see him, but can he see us? Oh, we're on a hill here as well. Alright, I reckon he probably can't see us, so I'm just going to fortify up there. 14 more turns. Okay, there's nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing to worry about. We'll keep our archer ready to escort the newest settler when he comes. Sounds good. Sounds good. We're gaining +1 faith per turn. I'll definitely need to look into this faith mechanic more, because it looks pretty cool. The old religion mechanic used to be pretty clunky. Oh, we've got enemies near our city here. Archers. Rutrow. And we caused not too much. Well, 34 damage. That's quite a lot of damage. I think it's probably not worth getting over there. I think our city can take care of itself. Let's go ahead and just set ourselves on alert there. Alright. The archer's definitely moving into our terrain here. Maybe he's moving over towards that, but I think we could probably kill him before he actually gets to it. Or maybe he's going to actually bombard our city, which is an equally silly choice. Or maybe he's just going to walk around like a derp. That's always the case. Barbarians often will do that on lower difficulties. They're kind of dumb. And he's basically... He's gone down, basically. Sidon, under attack from barbarians. Hey, I guess I can move my archer up there and help him out. But we have a settler to escort. I have a lot of gold. I guess I could just buy another warrior-type unit. Or I could... If we escort the city to up there, then I guess I could just... I could take care of the encampment in a few turns and then get back in time, maybe. I don't know. Let's see if we can end up doing that. We can have the settler meet us, like, halfway. I'm not too worried about that risk, because I don't think there's too much barbarian action up here. Maybe. Maybe there is. Maybe I'll be eating those words soon. Who knows? Nobody does. Alright, our unit here from 1 HP is back up to 100. Looking good. Keep on moving here. Moving along. Oh, yeah, there's some barbarians. Alright, let's see if we can't get ourselves some happy influence with Sidon. Sidon? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Attack! Alright, let's get into the forest. It's going to be a little bit more defended. Ooh, yeah. We could have attacked this turn if we'd not gotten into the forest, but I'd rather have a little bit more defense if they retaliate. Because, again, as an archer, it's good if we're on defense, and having a bit more bonus from the terrain is not a horrible choice. It probably wouldn't have mattered too much, but whatever. Let's end these guys. Alright, we'll probably take him down in, what, three turns, and we'll be probably just finishing up as the settler's done. Oh, Alright, so I guess that wasn't the same landmass, but there is definitely a landmass that's, like, right there. So maybe it goes around further and then comes back up and becomes a big hook, or maybe they're just not linked at all. Either way, our dude's gonna have to come back down here and explore and find out. Alright, down you go, silly barbarians. 25 damage this time. Yeah, probably gonna be another 2 turns to take him down. Because he's taken to 55, which means taking him to another 45 probably will take about 2 turns. There's some Russian dudes. Keep the assault on, good Mongol archer people. Ha! Oh, another 30. You'll notice that some of them look a bit different. That's all is... I can't actually zoom in too close, but some of them do look a little bit different. They have, they're slightly different armors and stuff. Not a huge thing. There are actually some mods that change that to be even better, but I don't think many of them are updated for Gods and Kings yet. Yeah, because this is on the Steam Workshop, which is Steam's, like, modding platform. So, I'll see if there are any cool mods there, or if you have any that you'd like to suggest, leave them in the comments, and, I'd be happy to check some out. Right. That's going pretty well for us. We're having some fun times here. Let's go ahead and ransack this, this settlement. And our new settler is ready as well. Ransacked there. Ooh, yes, we just got to allies with Sidon, which means that they're going to be, we're only up at 61, though. We'll receive a new unit from them approximately every 16 turns. If we give them some more gold, then that'll keep us as allies for even longer. Yeah. I guess we could give them a gift, because I'd kind of like to start getting military units from them. Let's see. Oh, but 15 influence for 250 gold. Let's see here. Oh, you can give them gold to improve resources as well. That's new. So, if I give them 250 gold, that'll give us 15 turns, which will mean 16 turns of allies, because it deteriorates by 1 per turn at this point, because they're a hostile city-state, which means we'll get roughly 1 military unit from them. Or I could just not bother. I think I'll not bother at this point. I'd rather not be funneling my gold to those guys. I'll just kill them later if necessary. And even when they're friends, they'll still give me just a reduced rate of new units. Alright, so where will this settler settle? Find out next time on next episode of Dratnos' Civ 5 Gods and Kings Let's Play. Thanks everybody for watching. My name has been Dratnos. I'd appreciate it if you could like, favorite, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense. Each time you hit one of those little buttons, it actually helps me out a great deal. So I appreciate that. Thank you everybody for watching. Goodbye.